Hey, and welcome back. So this is the last video in building out the first version of this app. Now in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so whenever we click on one of these links in here, it's gonna actually take us over to the application. Now, if you don't have the application that's installed, it's actually gonna take you over to the browser you have set, such as Safari or Chrome, right? And then it'll open it up in there. Okay, so it's really the best of both worlds. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so all we need to do is we need to basically add a gesture recognizer or a target basically to our button. So what we need to do is we need to say either applink dot add gesture recognizer, and then we can say UI tap gesture recognizer, and then we can open that up and say target is self, and then say that the action is selector self dot, and then let's say open app. We can do that, and we can declare it right here. We have to write the function either way, so we're going to say Objective-C file private func and then open app. Now, the reason we're getting that error is because that function doesn't exist, but now it does, so we're not going to get that error, okay? So if we say print, and we'll just say trying to open app, and I switch this over to the simulator and compile it, you're going to see that it will print that out. Okay, and then after I show you that this works, I'll show you basically, I could compile it to my phone. It doesn't matter. I'll show you that we can do it another way too. Gesture recognizers are just one way of making buttons work, right? When we click on it now, you'll see it says trying to open app. We want to make it so it actually opens the app. But before we do that, let's get rid of that and let's use applink dot, and we'll use add target for this one, okay? So we can say self, and then it's basically just the same thing, really. It's just a little bit easier to write. So self.openApp, and then we'll say dot touch up inside. And you actually have more options when it comes to the for. You can make it do different things based on how the user clicks the button. So if you recompile your app now, it's basically going to do the same exact thing, okay? So I'll have you trust me on that one while that's compiling. Let's get to actually writing the function that will allow us to open it up in another browser, okay? Or in another app. So we'll say let app URL, and then we will say that compiled to my phone just barely. So I'll show you that it works. When I click this, you'll see in our console, it prints out trying to open an app. So add target works as well. So we'll say let app URL is equal to URL. And then this URL is basically just going to be our URL of our social account. So we also need to use the string initializer. And to get this out first, we need to say guard let. We can just copy it from here on line 24, paste that, and then we need to just put this in as the string, so social account, and then we can tab this over. And then now we can basically say, yes, this will be a URL, and then we can open it up. So the way we can do this is by saying UI application dot shared dot open, and then you can see it says attempts to open the resource at a specified URL asynchronously. So we'll hit return on that, and then we can put the URL in. And then for options, I'm going to leave that blank using an array with a colon in it, and the completion handler, I'm just going to hit nil, okay? Next thing we're going to do is not use social account, but rather social account dot URL. Okay, reload your application, and then you're going to see now that it will open up. And I'll show you on my phone here how that works, okay? So just give it a second while it compiles on my phone. Build succeeded. And now, when I click on Instagram, it goes to Instagram. And then when I click on Twitter, it goes to Twitter. And then when I hit Medium, it goes over to medium.com, okay? Because I must not have the app installed. But basically, you can see that this works, right? Now I'll compile it in the simulator and show you what happens when you don't have the app on your device. Because I don't have it on my simulator. I don't have Instagram or Twitter on my simulator, obviously. So if I compile it to my simulator, I can kind of show you what will happen when we click it. Now the reason this is good, the reason it's good that it opens up in the browser, see this? Is because if your user doesn't have Twitter or Instagram, either way, it's going to take them to your account, and it's just kind of cool, okay? So that's it for this version of the application. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I'll see you all in the next video. Catch you later. Bye.